Whatever we do, change is coming. It's coming with the implosion of our Imperium, and it's coming with the rapid degradation of the ecosystem itself. And there's nothing we can do to stop it. It's how we cope with this change. Will we respond rationally? Will we learn to speak to the world with a new humility and recreate structures within our own communities for sustainability? Or will we continue to live in illusion? And in a way, it's a matter of awakening ourselves to our new reality and responding to it.
What's up, sweetie Chi-Chis? Oh, well, look at that. Look at you. It's you people out there. Oh, look at that. It's you people out there that watch this show. Welcome back to another episode of Griftcast IRL. Now, in HD. Or, well, we were already in HD. Let's just be real. More HD, less HD. What are you doing, Lunchy? What you looking for? You want some weed? Here, you want some weed? You need some herb, good girl? Or are you still hungry? You want some more pizza? Is that it? You want more pizza? Mm. Yeah, me and my lunchies just hanging out, doing our thing, having a good time. Welcome back to another best worst show on the internet. That's right, we are the best worst show on the internet. But you know what? Who cares about me? It's really about the news, I'm guessing, because apparently we are all in a state of emergency on the west coast of the United States of America because Hurricane Hillary Clinton has hit the coastline, or as it were, it's a made landfall. Yes, it's made landfall. There's a lot of people that are apparently in some major trouble or whatever. Possibly, I'm not sure. Lunchy, you're not in trouble though. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. And we got to get those little eye boogies off of there. We got to keep you looking fine, mama. Got to keep you looking fine, mama. So yeah, Lunchy decided that she wanted to join us today, but that's probably because there's pizza over there. You trying to get some more of that pizza? She's like, yeah, I'm only here for the pizza pop. I'm only here for the pizza, Dad. You're right. I'm only here for the pizza too. So I guess what do we do today? I mean, I don't know, dude. Do you live in California? Because apparently some shit is happening over there, my friends. Like, and it's apparently gonna be real bad, or it's gonna get worse, maybe. I don't know. There was also an earthquake apparently that hit Southern California, which is even stranger if you ask me, because they said it was like a 5.1 on the Richter scale or something like that. So yeah, I think we might all be in a little bit of trouble, baby. Could we possibly be in a little bit of trouble? Is this all those direct energy weapons and shit like that? Like, what causes all this stuff? Do you guys have some understanding as to what's making all of these things happen? Is it like is this like the Illuminati or something? Lunchy. Is it the Illuminati, Lunchy? Is it the Illuminati, Lunchy? Daddy, it's the fucking Illuminati. They're using their weather machine. They got the harp going. It's all bad. We're all gonna die. But yes, that's the first thing that kind of made me wonder, at least a little bit, because like the hurricane makes landfall, and then immediately right after that, there's an earthquake, and then Lunchy's been like acting all weird lately, so I had to get her favorite food, pizza, and then she's still just kind of being like, "You're just sitting there staring at that thing, huh? Do I have to put it in the fridge? Do I have to put it in the refrigerator?" Yeah. Mm. God, what is all this? Kablink, kablunk. Jesus Christ. Stop fucking. There you go. So, yeah, I guess that's what we have to talk about today. It's kind of strange. Several aftershocks greater than the magnitude of 3.0 happened as an earthquake near Orjai, about 80 miles northwest of Los Angeles. God, who is fucking doing my fucking show? Can you stop fucking spamming my Discord? So fucking annoying. Adult. Grow the fuck up. I'm in the middle of something. Yeah. So what do we got to even say? I mean, damn, that's kind of crazy. Southern California, it wasn't in Los Angeles, so we're probably not going to be experiencing This Is the End, the movie, which was what I was kind of expecting. I was like hoping that, Los Angeles would open up and then like hell brimstone would come out and then like the like the devil will overtake all them sinners in California and it would be awesome. But we didn't get that lucky, apparently. So all we really got right now is just some earthquakes. Yes, or I guess now as they're trying to coin the term, a hurricane. Hurricane. Gee, thanks. Yeah, gee, thanks. It's a hurricane. So, yeah. I don't know, if you live in California and you are also a sinner, that is not my problem. That's your problem. Your problem. Not my problem. Your problem. Anyways, so I guess a hurricane is what we're supposed to call it. Let me know if you can hear the audio, because I don't know if you can hear it or not. Everybody get the fuck outside! Yeah, it's an earthquake! Get outside! Don't stand in the safe zones! No, stand in the safe zones, motherfucker. No. Yeah, as you can see, there's lots of people talking about this. A hurricane. It's the first time that I've ever heard of a hurricane ever happening. I've never seen a tropical storm go down and there also be an earthquake. Yeah, like hurricane. That's a fucking new one. Thank you, NBC News. Appreciate your little whatever the fuck that was right there. But yes, it's a hurricane is what they're calling it.
I'm half Cuban, I'm half Italian, I am
Nobody
all
gives
Latina,
a fuck.
and I'm...
Nobody gives a fuck, old lady. I don't give a fuck if you're purple, bitch. I'm not talking about that. Anyways, Mother Nature deals Southern California a 1-2 punch on Sunday when an earthquake in Ventura County triggered widespread shaking on the same day the region was drenched by its first tropical storm in decades. Actually, it's 2 decades because it's been about 20 years since the last time that any tropical storm made landfall. And I remember the last time the tropical storm made landfall because I was standing outside of Casa Grande, Arizona, and it was like fucking crazy, bro. I was looking around. I was wearing my coat. I had my hat on, like bucket hat on. The rain was coming up at my face. That shit was crazy. The whole fucking street was flooded and shit. There was a car floating down the street and shit. And I was just like, God damn, dog. That shit's fucked up. I couldn't even see the golf course. The golf course was completely underwater. And then I could see water flooding out of the canal over the side of the embankment onto the golf course. And I was just like, this is fucking crazy, man. What the shit is happening? El Nino did this? I don't know who that Nino is, but that Nino be fucking some shit up, dog. I don't know, bitch, come get your kid. What I would be saying, come get your kid. Anyway, so I just think it's really bad what's going on. I mean, I'm trying to make light of the situation or whatever because this is Griftcast. We like to make money for making people laugh, but at the same time, this is a bad situation, dude. Like, what else is gonna happen? Like, they haven't even started getting the mudslides and shit yet. So they got an earthquake already, which means that we might see more earthquakes. We're definitely gonna be seeing mudslides and other types of situations like that are really gonna suck ass. So I mean, if you live in Cali, I hope you got sandbags and shit. I mean, do you got a boat? Might be a good time for you to go fucking dust that bitch off. You know what I'm saying? Because you might be driving that motherfucker around. And you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I hope you know what I'm saying. If not, you got an air mattress. You might want to air that bitch up. Might save your life. You'd be floating down the fucking 305 and on your air mattress, but at least you'll still be alive for like now or whatever. So whatever. Anyways, also I'm supposed to do shout outs, so there's enough people in the chat for me to shout out, so it's not like lame because I'm only shouting out like 3 people. So I guess I'll be like, what's up? Noah here yet? How you doing, Miss Christina? Always a pleasure to see you. What's going on to Bucky? How's it going to CV? Thanks for posting the link to Gripcast. What's up, Mentho Modelo Man and Ashley D? Hello. Hi, CL. Welcome. What's up to Legit Corp? Nice to see you. Or Legit iCorp, whatever that name is. We got Ruby Blue in the chat. We got our friend Michael E. Huh, interesting. What's up? How you doing, Tank Prism? Oh, look at that. It's J.R. Riggs. Good old J.R. Riggs, fellow human and totally not a robot. Yeah. And then we have It's Like Lava. Yeah. Well, what's up? And remember, you guys, these earthquake things just happen and whatever. And it's different than a haboob because haboobs are tropical storms that only happen in 2 places in the world, the Sahara and Arizona. But it's like weird. Whatever. I don't know. So I haven't really seen a whole lot of stuff talking about what was happening with this here, but they are saying that, we do have landfall at Baja California. And I actually think I had some Mexico, Baja California. Looks like they're having some troubles right now. What the fuck, bro? Coming to Southern California near you. But this is the Mexico side of California. So, I'm really hoping that those fucking folks are all right, because that looks pretty fucking dangerous. That looks like some flash flooding. Can't even see the goddamn street. And what you're looking at is generally, I believe, like the second floor of most of these buildings. Yeah. Better get your inner tubes and shit. Yeah. Better get your inner tubes and shit. Yeah, dude. The mattress floats, you'll be fine. You just gotta air it up and just float on it. You'll be fine. You're not supposed to sleep on it. It's a life-saving device. Even though it says on the side of the air mattress, this is not a life-saving device, or it should not be used as a flotation device. If it's all you fucking got, it's all you fucking got. But the problem is that it's probably so weak that the first time you run into something, it's gonna pop anyway, and then you're just gonna drown them. So don't do that. Don't use your air mattress like that. Unless you got one of those thick motherfuckers that cost like $400. That's like real fucking thick and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? No, you don't know what I'm saying. So, whatever. I just think weird. I think this hurricane quake thing is weird because I'm looking at this and it shows you right here where the earthquake basically is going down. And you can see San Diego, Chula Vista, Oceanside, Temecula, India, Long Beach, Los Angeles, Santa Clara, Lancaster, Bakersfield, Santa Maria, and Lompoc seem to all be very, very close by, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, your air mattress probably deflates because it's got a hole in it. Yep. The Salton Sea is calculated to rise 10 feet from all the runoff, dude. Oh, I wonder how things are going. I wonder how things are going out there in that. What's that place, Slab City or whatever? God, that's probably like a shit show right now. That's probably like a fucking shit show right now, bro. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, dude, I've been looking at all of the different stuff, and even stranger, some of the magazines from California itself are just saying Hillary rolls into Southern California, bringing fierce rain and flooding. Oh, really? What about the fucking earthquake? You mentioned the earthquake? Oh, it didn't bring that? The earthquake is not part of that? Okay, cool. Whatever. After days of urgent warnings, Tropical Storm Hilary made landfall in Baja California on Sunday, turning roads into rivers and imperiling homes before barreling north towards Southern California. By 6 p.m. in Southland, flooding down trees, road closures, and high winds that hit the region with force, and school closures were announced for Monday in districts including Los Angeles and Palm Springs. The National Weather Service, in a 6:45 p.m. announcement, warned of life-threatening flooding amid heavy rain in western LA County and eastern Ventura County, generally west of Point Doom and Malibu and Point Mugu. Areas affected in Carmelo and Newbury Park. Forecasters with the National Weather Service in Las Vegas and conditions are continuing to deteriorate in parts of Southern California and Western Nevada, especially in the mountains and deserts. They said there are continued to be the possibility of some life-threatening catastrophic flooding. Catastrophic flooding. Sorry, I don't know why I'm reading like that. So, yeah, you're right. Legit, iCorp. There are a bunch of fucking storm chasers in California, which is why we aren't going to be putting any storm chaser footage up, because those adrenaline junkie pieces of shit aren't going to get any promotion for me, because I ain't getting no kind of copyright strikes from those cocksuckers anymore. I mean, honestly, I don't like those stormtroopers or fools. So, like I hope bad things happen to them in their endeavors or whatever, because they're not helping anyone other than themselves. But you know what? That might be mean, but you know what? Fuck them. Right? Fuck them. So, as we hear, it's not only California that's having troubles. Apparently, Nevada is also having some troubles in this particular area. And I mean, everybody is reporting that this category 4 or whatever storm with nearly 85-mile-an-hour winds is really going to cause some major issues. And it's almost going to be like an atmospheric river is dropping on the entirety of the United States, which some people think has to do with the way the heat dome that has been sitting over the Southwest has been interacting, basically keeping the jet stream in such a place that it's actually causing a storm that would normally only maybe ever hit the islands of Hawaii to come so far inland. But it doesn't look like it's really slowing down, or it doesn't look like it's slowing down much. It has slowed down a little bit since every storm out there slows down when it makes landfall, because there's a bunch of shit that's stopping it up. I mean, if you can only imagine what it was like when you saw the wind and stuff. Never mind. I'm not getting into that right now. I can see it, but I know that you can't. But if you could see it like me, you would be like, "Wow, it looks like a bunch of sparkly shit." And you're like, "Wait a minute, no, that's the wind. Sorry, it's the wind." Have you ever been able to see the wind in all the colors? Well, have you ever heard the wolf cry at a blue corn moon? Just wondering. Doesn't matter whether we're white or copper skinned, yo, because we can sing with all the voices of the mountain. Damn, I really whiff. I really went for that one, but I don't think anybody got it. But I went for it anyway. Okay, I went for it because I could fit it in. So you're just waiting for weather, dude. Sucks, man. I have friends in Mexico that I'm kind of worried about. I'm more worried about me because I'm probably going to end up being like in a bad spot. I hope my shit doesn't get flooded again, but me and Lindsay are probably gonna die, and we're gonna be all flooded, and then Shay Ree's gonna be over in her house all by herself, like up all high above the water and stuff, just watching me and Lunchy, like in the cold. It's gonna suck, man. It's gonna suck. It's gonna be just like last time. All I know is that I gotta keep those fucking drains open. I gotta keep those fucking drains clean. If I don't keep them drains clean, we're gonna be screwed, man. We're gonna be screwed. But yeah, I've been watching, paying attention to it because I'm like worried about that shit. Because we're not even in a flood zone. I flooded last time, so we're definitely gonna flood this time. Definitely gonna flood this time. But that's okay. At the same time, Las Vegas, 7 hours away from where I live, is already declaring a state of emergency, which sounds really, really bad, honestly. But if you don't know anything about Las Vegas, is like Las Vegas is in the middle of a desert, dog. Like everything it's in a valley, basically. Like you got mountains on one side and mountains on the other side, and it's like a big ass bowl or whatever. But yes, they are expecting that Las Vegas and areas above, yeah, are above the areas in question. But yeah, it seems like there's probably going to be some major issues of flooding all over the place. And I mean, even in Arizona, like I remember 20 years ago how bad the flooding got. I told you the story. Yeah, I remember, dude. I was in the house. I was standing outside, dude. There was fucking 6 feet of water in the road, and I'm just watching it like, well, if that goes any higher, if it goes another 2 feet higher, that shit's gonna be in the house. But thank God it did it. Thank God it did it. Thank fucking God it didn't. Actually, thank God I broke that water pump on the fucking golf course, because if I hadn't broke that water pump, we probably would have gotten flooded. Yeah, bad flooding. We're gonna get flooded. I remember, dude. Yeah, dude. It's like I remember, dude. I remember those days. So, what they're doing right now in Clark County is putting out a declaration of emergency or a state of emergency because of the hurricane, and the National Weather Service forecasting a historic rainfall and potential for significant flooding events in the United States due to this. And think about that. Like, this is, in fact, indeed the type of shit that we haven't really talked about. Atmospheric River, California. Yeah, this is it, right? Do you guys remember when they used to talk about the atmospheric river, SF Bay flooding? The atmospheric river is a long, narrow ribbon of moisture that carries water vapor from the tropics to higher latitude. One of the most well-known examples of the Pineapple Express, which streams from the eastward from Hawaii into the Pacific Ocean and makes landfall in the west coast. California's atmospheric rivers are getting worse. This is what we're talking about. This is what it is. Like, they're calling it a tropical storm because they don't want you to remember what they were calling it, not that long ago. But this is indeed what we are looking for. It was just a few months ago, right? That we were literally talking about atmospheric rivers getting worse in California, and they're only actually exacerbated when there's like a hurricane or a tropical storm, because that means that atmospheric river is going to be dumping even more on the area. What's up? Have to kill me first. So this is back from like March, right? California is no strangers to big swings in wet and dry weather. It's the atmospheric river storms that have battered the state this winter are part of a system that long interrupts periods of drought with huge bursts of rains. Indeed, they provide somewhere between 30 and 50% of all precipitation in the West Coast. So yeah. We can't talk about science in Cali, but one of the main things to focus on here is that this has been a problem that has been building for quite some time. And this is why they've been talking about it and getting to the level of state of emergency, is because they're at an unprecedented stage right now, where in the next couple of days, there could be 4 inches of water an hour nonstop for like 5 days, which is a lot of fucking water. If you didn't know, now you know. And could this be because of the Tunga eruption? Probably, but it's Mother Nature basically trying to recorrect itself. And it's one of those things where they've been complaining about how dry California has been, even though colloquially, through their own understanding of the weather, they've literally seen this happen time and time again over the last, like, I don't know, 100 years. So we should be pretty worried about this, but it's that atmospheric ribbon and its motion, right? Because right now the heat dome is pushing it off into a different spot than it normally is. So we're going to see a whole lot of a different effect through the ground and throughout the entire area. So there's a big possibility that, like, we're going to see highways getting taken out from mudslides and stuff like that. The one's probably going to be fucked again. You know what I'm saying? So California is not in a really great place. And I think I actually saw something in here too, where it said that Gavin Newsom is, or basically talked about restarting or declaring a state of emergency also in Southern California. And there you go, right there. You can kind of see right now where all the wind and water is. All the green spots are not that much. Yellow is a decent amount. Orange is a shitload, and red is holy shit. And as you can see, it's not going to miss Cali. It's coming right up straight. It's going to go probably end up going straight up this way, right over Las Vegas. And I think Las Vegas is probably going to take one of the biggest hits out there, which is kind of strange because a lot of people would consider this to be like an act of God. And then the fact that the city of sin is about to get, drenched in a literal downpour kind of makes you wonder at least a little bit. But it also makes me wonder, because I know that even though the power of the storm is going to degrade by at least 50% once it's about 3 hours outside of LA or Las Vegas, we're still going to have to worry about that shit big time up here, man. We're still going to have to worry about that shit big time up here. Like, big time. Big time. So I'm just like, paying attention to what's going on, looking at this. If there's more earthquakes and stuff, this could be a major issue for some folks out there. And I mean, if they're already declaring states of emergencies in many different areas, and then there's earthquakes that are happening, and here's the footage. This is the 5.1. Not too much of a shaker, but still, if you ever felt the earthquake or a baby quake like that, you've been like, yeah. I remember that one time there was the quake, like it was at Walker or something like that. I fucking was like sitting here, I was like, bro, what the fuck is everything moving? Oh shit, it's an earthquake. Fucking earthquake. I thought we were away from the earthquakes. I still think that they were digging a deep underground base or something like that, blowing up a nuke. Yeah. Blowing up a nuke. Yep. Blowing up a nuke. Oh, CV says that she's happy because it's stopping the border crossers. Here's the seismometer detecting that event happening. Look at that. That's what happens with the seismograph when it detects shit. So for all you flat earthers out there that don't think that the earth be flying through space and shit, well, there you go. How's the earth be wiggling and shit like that, huh? How's it be wiggling and shit like that, huh? When an earthquake happens, what's up with that? Huh? How do you explain that? How do you explain that ringing like a bell or a cymbal? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to explain that shit, to be honest. All I know is that seismographs are boring. That's all I really know. Those things are boring. That shit is boring. That shit is boring. I mean, this whole thing with the whole Baja California situation seems kind of boring. I mean, what are we really going to be able to do about it? I don't know. Other than just worry about everybody getting soaked in tropical storms and possibly dying? Oh, yeah, it could be really bad. It could be really good. It could be an atmospheric river. Who cares? Not me. It is at least kind of interesting to see what's going on, but, want to make sure we tell people, hopefully you're ready. Hopefully you got your sandbags and shit, because you know what? Shit be going down. Huh. And now this. It's Vivek
I've been racing
Ramaswamy.
my entire high school career. But now when we're finally crossing the finish line, I wish I could have stopped just a little earlier and caught a breath of the fresh air that had surrounded me the whole time. Teachers, staff, classmates, counselors, and friends, I'd like to welcome you to the 2003 St. X graduation ceremony. And most of all, to the fellow class of 2003, we are finally here. Yeah, I guess we finally are here. But the last question facing us tonight is what this really means. In one sense, I feel that at long last, after struggle and after success, that tonight we have arrived. Yet in quite another sense, I'm only reminded of a quote we recently read in our English class, that it is better to travel than it is to arrive, leaving me altogether confused as to how I'm supposed to feel right now. The word commencement comes from the French word commencer, which means to begin, and yet now we use that same word commencement to describe a ceremony marking the end to our four-year high school
don't you want to vote for him now?
Yeah!
He's just like me.
But then again, it's only trite because it's true. So tonight, which is it really?
Yeah, J.R. Riggs, we might get Deep Impact next year, dude. Fucking asteroid hitting the ocean. Oh, shit.
The climactic ending to it all? Or simply the launch pad from which we now embark? The only answer lies in looking at our experience.
Yeah, somebody posted this video of Vivek Ramaswamy and his 2003 graduation speech, and yeah. they're just saying, well, maybe he's not faking talking and being the way that he is. And I just say, wow, dude, that guy's been scamming people since 2003, and he started scamming them right there on that graduation speech stage. That's how long that he's been putting it out there and bullshit. But you know what? Y'all can vote for him if you want to or whatever. Y'all all looking to ruin the country even more. That's fine. What's this? News. Local news in Minnesota covers a new trend of gangs assaulting and targeting white people. The corporate media are dead silent. Yes, it is a thing that is actually happening. Some places out there, there are brazen gangs of thugs who all seem to be only from one type of gender or whatever. I think. Oh wait, no, not gender, race. I don't know. A lot of them seem to have really melanated skin for some reason, and they only seem to be attacking people without melanated skin. But yes, there's gangs of individuals just going into the streets beating the shit out of people in various different places in the United States. But I'm sure y'all are going to be worried about that because every single one of you carries a firearm and knows how to defend yourself, right? 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 Right. Yeah. I guess it's that dark anger or something like that. And now, whoever this guy is, Mark Lamb for U.S. Senate.
Hey folks, Sheriff Lamb here. So I was just on Instagram on my friend Sebastian Gorka's page, and I saw he posted an article from The Independent, which says that
I can't even read that
COVID
shit,
wave
dog.
and that masks should be worn again.
What?
Right?
What?
I'm going to say this is simple and as American as I can. No.
He's going to
God
say
bless
no.
everybody.
No. No. Yeah. So, did you guys hear that there's a new coronavirus wave that is coming forward? Now, I don't know anything about I don't know nothing about nothing. Okay. I don't know nothing about nothing about no drugs, but there has been talk that there might be new lockdowns. This has been the third time that I've seen somebody talking about it. All of them seem to be right-wing type characters or whatever. You know, the classic, I'm not going to wear the mask if all your lockdowns because I'm an American and I like freedom. Yeah, whatever. So, yeah, when they start arresting people and putting them in the gulag, you're going to wear your fucking mask and you're going to remember Defango told you. Yeah, it's probably better to blend in than it is to try to stand up for yourself because as I've shown you, whenever you try to stand up for shit by yourself, nobody fucking backs you up and then everybody leaves you, basically in the gutter. They just like bring you up when they want to steal something from you, but then outside of that, they're nowhere to be found. I guess it's just like, the way that shitty people exist and operate on this thing. But we did hear it, right? Like the last time we heard anything about this was from InfoWars, right? It was InfoWars that said, and Alex Jones that said that they had a TSA whistleblower and a Border Patrol whistleblower that had information saying that lockdowns are going to be coming up, but they didn't provide any evidence outside of anything. Well, in the 2 days that it's been since that particular piece of information got out, we already have cheese dicks like fucking Mark Lamb and shit being all like, oh, you're not going to tell me to wear the mask. I'm not going to do that. Be like, motherfucker, they're going to stick a goddamn dildo up your butt and you're going to love it. Don't get, like, seriously? You're trying to run for the Senate and you don't think they're going to put a dildo in your booty? Are you fucking dumb or something like that? Like, God, I don't understand this. I don't understand these fucking people. But yeah, like we still haven't gotten any actual, like, real information that says that it's happened. But, so far we do have some weird thing where a lot of the right wing types are like, I don't know, the lockdowns are going to be coming up again. But we haven't heard it from any of the left wing types, which doesn't make sense because, they usually mention shit first. And then we start talking about it. This is one of those rare occasions where we're talking about it first, so it's probably bullshit. But most people don't really seem to figure out and get that. But thanks, Mark Lamb. I appreciate you telling everybody, oh, I ain't gonna wear a mask. I mean, like, bitch, I didn't fucking wear a mask either. Unless, like, I had a contract that was just like, oh, well, it says I gotta wear the mask, so I'm just gonna wear it just so I can make this money and get this bread. And if they ask me if I'm vaccinated, I say nothing. I just look at them like, and then I have my CISA letter that says "fuck off," and then they just kind of like, okay, cool, cool, okay, well, I guess we'll just fuck off there, Defango. And I'm like, yeah, you should be fucking the fuck right off the fuck up. You should be. And they did. They did. They did. They did. So yeah, is it a preemptive strike? Probably not. They're not smart. The Republicans are not smart enough for preemptive strikes. And anytime that they've done a preemptive strike in the past, preemptive strike, it's always been some motherfucking liar McLiarson like Tory saying that they got everything and it's actually nothing. So, you keep trying to educate the right wingers to all this stuff. You keep trying to make them use their brain and they just refuse to do so. So what can you really do? You can't really do anything other than just keep pointing it out, keep saying it, and then just have them ignore you and go listen to the guy that has more followers because he tells people what they want to hear as opposed to telling them the truth. It's a shitty thing. It's a shitty thing to be dealing with, honestly. So talk about shitty things. So real James Wood's probably going to be getting censored on Twitter here pretty soon, probably. Thank you. If Elon Musk removes the ability to block concerted harassment by trolls and organized political entities, how will X be any different from Dorsey's horrid Twitter? Musk, whom I once championed, is only doing this to protect his advertisers anyway. Users of X are mere pawns to turn the site into an electronic shopping mall. The man I thought was a defender of free speech is nothing but a greedy capitalist. Disappointing, but not surprising. And then Elon Musk said, then delete your account. Yep. So, I mean, the mask is off over on Twitter. I mean, unfortunately, a lot of dumbasses bought into the whole, oh, Twitter is the free speech platform. The free speech platform. Yay! And sure, we got a lot of paid artards that are on the site, like the Ian Miles Chongs of the world, the CB Dodges of the world, just like the lowest form of life forms that humanity has to offer, the ones that can be bought so easily and literally have no spine. Those people, the ones that are generally getting paid by Twitter right now. Yeah, like we've been saying this for a long time that Elon Musk doesn't care about free speech. He doesn't care about Twitter. He's just trying to make more money and trick all of you. And he doesn't even care what you think about, right? It's all the ego system for him where he can be like, well, just delete your account if you don't like it. Fuck you. Oh, you don't want to be able to block people? Fuck you, right? You're losing trust fast, and with this comment, it only reinforces the priorities of this platform, which are clearly not free speech. And yeah, it's not a free speech platform. It never was a free speech platform. It's now currently worse than the platform that Jack Dorsey had up. And it's worse because now they're paying people to basically be cheerleaders for the system. And the system is currently not working. I mean, sure, there's other people that are getting big and trying to say it's working, but having to manipulate the algorithm and literally treat garbage all day to make a buck isn't the kind of way that most people want to spend their time and day. So is Twitter doing good right now? No, I don't think it's doing good at all. I think that it's actually going to be doing a whole lot worse. They keep on trying to tell us that they're going to give us all this new fancy stuff, and they can't even fucking pay the bills. So I don't even expect Twitter to be around in another year, and I expect Elon Musk to take a very, very big hit in the fucking taint for that one. But I mean, at the end of the day, he never even fought Mark Zuckerberg. He didn't even show up to his house like he said he was. So it's like this dude's emasculating himself, and it's just hilarious to see. I mean, I predicted this shit would go down. I told you the point of return, no return was gone for him, and now it's just basically like the dude's a fucking joke. And I mean, there's really nothing else that you can say to it. And the joke keeps getting worse. Twitter deleted all user photos and links from 2011 to 2014. That's right. So if you go back on your fucking timeline, you're going to see some few things. Yeah. You're going to see a lot of broken links or missing links and just pictures that are fucking gone, that just no longer work anymore. But yes, a lot of links that were being utilizing Twitter's native shortening service that are also broken. So basically, if you ever use Twitter's short link service, your link is now broken. If you ever used a not short link service and you just tweeted a link from 2011 to 2013, well, your shit's been deleted and your links no longer work, so you can suck a pee. Think about that. Success. And most people are trying to wonder, why did they just delete that one little bit of data? And most people don't actually know. Yeah. So what they are saying is that Twitter launched in 2006, but it didn't support native image uploads until the summer of 2011. Several image hosting services sprung up to support Twitter, like TwitPic, but that service shut down in 2014, and many of the images from those early days are lost. But now it seems images that were posted to Twitter directly from 2011 to 2014 could also be in danger as well, as they are no longer loading on the site because they literally just cleared the data out. You should be paying attention to this because there is actually something that happened between 2011 and 2014 that we would probably not want people to be realizing. But if you don't remember, as I do, from 2011 to 2014 on Twitter, Twitter was rampant in the abuse category, namely in the child abuse category. And it seems that Elon Musk and his group of individuals discovered the rather, I don't know, bad content that was probably being posted. So in order to just get rid of all of it, they probably just cut it all off, because there was links to different things. You could buy people all kinds of stuff that Jack Dorsey's old Twitter used to allow pretty freely and rampantly. And for the main thing, they were utilizing a lot of the Twitter services to basically obfuscate the actual things that they were doing. So yeah, I do think that this has more to do with the pedo group category type shit that was going rampant from those very many years, and them basically just trying to rid the content. Because also during that singular time, 2011 to 2014, when people started being able to upload images to Twitter, was also the time that individuals started to rampantly upload pornography to Twitter. Yeah. That's what they were doing. So in between the legit porno and the illegitimate porno, I think that that's probably the best understanding as to why they decided to delete all of the links and all of the images, because during that era of Twitter, basically you could be scrolling your timeline and you would see nothing but pornography at times. Like, you would be one legitimate post, one pornography post. You would click on the legitimate post to see something, and then there would be links to pornography. So, yeah, there was a lot of Pizzagate stuff happening back then. So maybe that's what I'm going to say, that they actually deleted it, because it's not only that they wanted to get rid of those services, and those services are not online anymore. There was rampant abuse that was happening on the platform that just never got fixed. And it seems like they're trying to fix it now, but mainly they're probably going to be doing so because they're trying to save themselves for their advertisers, which we've been seeing. The whole entire thing with Elon and his advertiser situation is only going to get worse, right? And it's because people are now reporting that Elon is now hiring staff to combat disinformation. Yay! Yep. Elon Musk's X platform is actively seeking to hire so-called disinformation specialists, releasing a call for applicants in an effort to censor certain users ahead of the 2024 election. The move has sparked concern, especially in relation to similar actions taken during the 2020 election and the acquisition of Twitter by Elon Musk, who pledged to uphold the values of freedom of speech and has at every point in time not upholding the values of freedom of speech whatsoever. And if anybody ever tells you that he has, you need to call them a cocksucker and tell them to stop licking taint. Anyways, well, I think that what we should be taking from that is that the guy that pledged to upload the values of free speech decided that he wasn't going to do it anymore because it was hurting his wallet. Critics, including Mike Benz from the Foundation for Freedom Online, have raised the issue of a possible covert censorship channel and an increased threat to online freedom if these positions are filled. The job posting has been promoted through disinfodocket.com, a site affiliated with anti-disinformation groups tied to federal cybersecurity agencies. These developments raise a question about the true intention behind the creation of these positions and how they align with the concept of free speech. The preference for candidates to proficiently in Indo-European languages suggests the impact will extend beyond the centralized concerns. But yes, that's right. Elon is hiring disinformation specialists, people to police the platform for disinformation, because as you remember, they fired all of the ones that they currently had, and then they realized that, oh, in order to actually get in good with all the fucking dipshits out there in the world, we're going to have to do it. So now they're partnering with Disinfo document to basically curate information on what's real and not real online. So think about that. Think about that. That's Elon Musk that's doing it. And you got to subscribe for it to even be able to see it, dude. Free Friday. Disinfo docket. Oh, yeah. Gift a subscription. So, as we've been seeing now, community nerds probably work just fine, but not in the way that most people want it, because Twitter has even been caught lately editing community notes for places like the ADL when talking about the rapist and murderer Leo Frank, who was convicted and only exonerated 70 years after the fact, after a lawyer and his client were pressured with monetary advances in order to change their stories. Doesn't change the history and the facts, okay? Doesn't change the history and the facts, okay? 70 years later, and an admission from somebody that was coerced doesn't change the facts, okay? Okay. And that's the kind of people that Elon wants to have in his, like, you know, area. He's basically removed the mask. And now that he's got his cheerleaders, there's going to be a lot of different folks that are going to get really pissed off about it. Like, in between Elon Musk basically saying that there's no longer going to be a block button anymore, and at the same time, let's see, ID Twitter verification. I know that we talked about this. But there was supposedly a thing where there was going to be some new verified requirements that were going to be coming forward in the near future for Twitter verification, right? And yes, that's what it was. So at the same time, while we're finding out that Elon Musk's Twitter is actually no different than the original Twitter, in a lot of ways a lot worse, they've driven the point home by basically taking the censorship aspect to the next level. So if you would like to get verified on the platform in the near future, you are going to need to submit a government ID and are going to be required to take a selfie that matches up with your government ID in order to create an account and get verified. Oh, yeah. That's really going to help us all, right? Making sure everybody's a real motherfucker. But yes, X keeps on working on ID verification. You should upload a photo of your ID and then take a live selfie. Oh, cool. Why do they need that? Is it because, oh, right, they're becoming a monetary system? They're paying people. They're going to ask for your social security number here pretty soon because, they want to make sure all those people that paid $8 are legit. And since they're getting all these verified leads that are so amazing, why not extend them by getting a copy of their ID and biometric data? Yeah, let's do that, guys. Oh yeah, it feels really world coiny, doesn't it? Yeah, it does feel very world coiny. And oh wow, it'll even show that the account is ID verified. So, is that the basics of know your customer? Right? Yeah, it would seem to be the basics of know your customer, right? That's right, J.R. Ricks. So, since X is going to be a monetary system with some type of currency that's going forward, one of the most important things that you have to do nowadays with the cryptocurrency or any type of exchange is have the KYC where you have the information and know your customer. And that's exactly what they're asking for right here. Why are they doing this? Well, because they don't want to be paying parody accounts and fake ass losers that don't exist, but it's starting to piss off a lot more people because now those folks that run those parody accounts will be able to be identified even easier. And it's kind of funny. We had that situation yesterday with that crybaby little bitch. What's his name? Hoax Wars or whatever. Yeah, we told him that he could come on the show if he put his real name and used his face. And he was like, well, I'm not going to do that. I'm not gonna do that because I'm a little loser. Nobody can know who I am because then they could come after me for all the things that I done because I'm a loser. Yeah, sorry, just had to throw that one out there. So yeah, he was bitching and belly aching on Twitter earlier today, and I just laughed because I was like, yeah, pussy ass bitch. If you don't get to come on my show unless you're playing on my level. Sorry, we ain't playing the fake ass I ain't got no face bullshit over here. If you want me to play that game, I can play that game, and I will let you know that not only will I steal all of your subscribers, I'll make everybody think, why did I even watch this fucking little bullshit bitch artist in the first place? And then when I throw that picture up of what you actually look like, and everybody can see how ugly and like just loserish you are, because you honestly look like a loser. You just look like the biggest loser I've ever seen in my life. Just like typical loser, white bread, no fucking riz ass motherfucker. So yeah, just sitting there. Yo, so Hoax Wars, if you want to remain being the real Hoax Wars on fucking Twitter, you're gonna have to verify, bitch. So yeah, think about that. Verifying, knowing your customers, knowing who somebody is a big deal. And I mean, I guess me and Elon have the same kind of thing. I'm like, well, if you want to come and play on my level and speak to me, you got to show me your face, dog. Like, you ain't on the same level as me if you're like that fucking guy Tug, that umbrella guy, cocksucker, can't even show his face on the internet or whatever, acts like nobody knows exactly who he is and shit, haven't already posted pictures of what he fucking looks like. Like, come on, motherfucker. I knew that shit. I got that shit way before fucking Amber Heard's fucking crew did. You're just lucky that I didn't want to fuck with you guys. Because I could have fucked with you so fucking hard. I just didn't care enough. So, like, sit down and shut the fuck up, you fucking loser. Get some fucking skills, dog. Anyways, so in the future, is this really going to piss people off? Yeah. It's going to piss me off? No. I've already given my information and my ID card to various different companies for verification purposes, whether it's like crypto exchanges, fucking PayPal, whatever. I don't give a shit. I mean, if you need my ID, you already got it. Like, oh, you think you're going to live outside the government and shit? You think that you can live outside the matrix? You think you or your little fucking cell phone out there are going to live outside the matrix and you think you're hiding from somebody on your fake ass little fucking bitch account? Sam Adams 73. I'm just talking shit, but like, you see my point, right? Like, you really think that they don't know who you are? The only people that don't know who you are the other dipshits on the platform, like me, who are just like, oh, well, there's some other fucking dipshit on the platform. Who's that guy? Sam Adams 73? Well, he's obviously not the real Sam Adams. Defango. That's not his real fucking name. What's your real fucking name? Manuel? Okay, I can see why you call yourself Defango. That name sucks. This is what you got to do it. Yep. And it's always the faceless losers that are talking crap because they think that nobody's ever going to get on it. And then you find out that they're like fucking 5'2", they weigh like 80 pounds, and they're like fucking emaciated and shit. So, what do we do? I look at it as a positive and a negative. It's a positive for me because then that just means that I'll get to double verify myself. But then that means that if I lose any more Twitter accounts, they'll be able to definitely identify who the fuck I am. So I got to keep myself in check or whatever. But this is on the flip, right? They're telling you that they're going to take away your block button. And then they're telling you that they're going to require your selfies and shit like that. And the next thing they're going to tell you is that you're going to have to monitor your speech on your own. Think about that. Think about where we're going. Think about what you're seeing. So, if you look at what James Woods was saying, it's just right, dude. It's right. It's exactly fucking right. And whether Twitter was deleting some bullshit, it doesn't matter. It just matters that shit sucks, bro. Next thing, did you guys hear that AI generated art cannot be copyrighted according to a U.S. federal judge? Yeah. That's right. District Court Judge Beryl A. Howell ruled Friday that AI-generated artwork cannot be copyrighted. She is presiding over a lawsuit against the U.S. Copyright Office after it refused to copyright to Stephen Thaler for an AI-generated image with created machinery algorithm that he had created. Thaler has tried multiple times to copyright the image as a work of hire for the owner of the creative machinery, who would have listed the author as the creator and work as Thaler as the artwork's owner, but it was repeatedly rejected. After the office's final rejection last year, Thaler sued the office, claiming its denial was arbitrary, capricious, and not in accordance with the law. But Judge Howell didn't see it that way. In her decision, Howell wrote that the copyright has never been granted to work that was absent of any guiding human hand, and that human authorship is the bedrock requirement for copyright. That being born out of the past cases cited by the judge, like the one involving the monkey selfie. To contrast, Judge Howell noted the case in which a woman compiled a book from notebooks she had filled with words she believed to be dictated by her supernatural voice was worthy of copyright. The judge did, however, acknowledge that humanity is approaching new frontiers in copyright where artists will use AI as tools to create new work. And she wrote this would create challenging questions regarding how much human input is necessary to copyright AI-created art, noting that AI models are often trained utilizing pre-existing work. Damn. A lot of really pissed off, lazy motherfuckers out there today. Tell you what. Yeah, basically all those guys that were making NFTs and opening Etsy businesses thinking they were going to be able to copyright their shit. Oh! Lazy fucking dipshits! Oh, I hope you enjoy the $250,000 that you made. Oh, you thought you were a fucking genius. So you beat the system, and then the system fucked you. That's how it goes. System fucked you every single time. Yep. And if you did, even if it didn't fuck you, you're still gonna have problems with your butthole when you get older or whatever. That's what my grandpa told me. That's what my dad told me, and now that's what I'm telling you. And you know what? Take that with what you will. I don't know what it means. Whatever. So, NASA spacecraft spots a stunning flow of ice on Mars. There's movement on Mars. There's ice moving on Mars. Hey, wait a minute. If there's ice on Mars, doesn't that mean that there's water on Mars? I think that's what that means. Mars, a world that once gushed with water, today is 1,000 times drier than the driest desert on Earth, yet ice still flows slowly on the Martian ground. That's right. They snapped an image of a glacier-like icy flow taken from 184 miles above the Mars surface. Frozen ice doesn't exist on the Martian poles. The surface of Mars is littered with examples of glacier-like landforms. Oh. White surface ice deposits are most limited to the polar ice caps and patterns of slow viscous flow around the non-polar regions of Mars. Yet here's the image taken here in the temperate region of Mars that apparently shows an detailed image of an ice flow. A flowing on Mars across the fucking surface. Like ice be flowing like water across the surface of Mars. Damn. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. So, two things that we learned from this. There is ice on Mars, meaning there is water on Mars, meaning that life could have definitely been sustained on Mars at some point, which means that there's probably some type of microbial life or biological entity, even though not like a human being like us or something, but there's probably, the Martian Manhunter or some shit like that. Fucking John Jones, what's up, man? Come on, hang out. Anyways, but yes, if there's water on Mars, that means there's fucking organisms, which means there's life. Just put that out there. Whatever. And tragedy has befallen Russian lunar lander Luna 25. It crash landed into the moon. Yes, it did. The robotic Luna 25 spacecraft fears to have ceased existence after a failed orbital adjustment caused it to crash land into the rocky surface of the moon and make it ring like a giant bell because the moon's hollow. Shit! What? She gave us $20 on the super chat. Lunchy's over there. Come here, Lunchy. Get your ass over here. Get your ass over here. I'm come get you. Come get you. Did you mean this, Lunchy? Yeah, this is my Lunchy right here. Somebody paid $20 to see you, Lunchy. They wanted to see you for $20. 20 whole big ones. The goody girl. Do you want more pizza? That pays for the pizza. They pay for the pizza. You want some more pizza? You just been laying patiently on a bed, Lunchy. You've been laying patiently. Did you eat your chicken wing? You didn't eat the bone, right? Good girl. Full screen Lunchy? What? Just me being like this with her? She likes it when I hold her like a baby sometimes. Cause she's my baby. You want a little more pizza? Just a little, okay. In a little bit. In a little bit, Lunchy. In a little bit. So yeah, she's still alive. She's alive. So as you can see, just sad times for the Russians trying to land on the moon since they landed on the moon back in the 1970s because number one, space is real. Number two, the moon is real. And anybody that says the earth is flat. Not only will I kick you so hard that you will see the curvature of the earth, I will catch you so that you have to live the rest of your days knowing that I kicked you that high and that hard and still managed to catch you. Just let me know. I'll put my foot in that ass any day of the week if you need to see that shit. Because you know what? 30,000 feet is not high enough to see the curve. But I will kick your fucking ass higher than that so you can see it. Best believe. I will do that for you because I'm a nice guy. Okay, I am a nice guy. If you want to see the curve, I will fucking kick your ass so hard that you fly into orbit and see the fucking curve. Because that is, I'm here for you. Okay, I'm here for you. I'll even catch you. I'm not saying that you're not going to be a fucking popsicle or whatever, but I'll catch you. Catch you. Yeah, I think flat earthers do have nightmares about the curve. I mean, that's my standing thing. I mean, to any flat earther that's out there, I'd be like, you're a flat earther? You want to? Okay, dude. No problem. I will take your ass up to space and I will fucking show you the curve, motherfucker. You're not going to like how you get there, but you will be there. And then you're going to wonder later, how the fuck did he do that? And I'm going to be like, guess what? Don't ask questions that you don't want to know the answer to. Because you already fucking know. You just don't want to believe it. Yeah. So, they're obsessed. They're super obsessed. Super obsessed. So, yeah. Sorry, Russian moonlander, that you guys got crashed or whatever. Good thing that we found ice on Mars and stuff like that. 3 more of Hunter Biden's attorneys have quit after the possibility of Biden being charged in Washington, D.C. or California became more probable. Yeah. Things aren't looking good for the Biden family. But for some reason, they're still able to survive for at least a little bit longer. Dude, is that Cozy Lala right there? Yep, that's Cozy Lala right there. I can tell. That's Cozy Lala. And the last one of the day. About 20 senior researchers observed this experiment. Among them were physicists and chemists from the China Institute of Atomic Energy and somatic scientists specialists for the Institute of Space Medical Engineering. Oh, wow, we got a thing. Damn, Adams, $5. Flat earthers have something been broke. Flat earthers would be broke. Is that what he said? I don't know what he said. Actually. Flat earthers be broke. But thanks for your $5 there, Sam Adams. Here, let me load up this thing real quick so I can actually see what you said. Fully. I said flat earths. Oh, it said flat earthers, flat brains. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, they definitely have flat brains or no brains. Usually they just don't have any wrinkles on their brain. They just lack the wrinkles. They lack wrinkles. What's this? What the fuck? The experiment demonstrated that Mr. Zhang had the ability to make his hands on the watch penetrate other person's hands without inflicting any pain or sensation. The experiment demonstrated that Mr. Zhang has the ability to burn cloth instantly upon the touch of his hand. None of the objects, the superconducting node, radioactive source, Mossberg absorber, solid state trance detector, metal sample liquid detector, etc., that either penetrated the bottles or might have been influenced by the paranormal activities of Mr. Zhang showed any observable changes in their molecular, atomic, or nuclear structures. Since there were no traces of detectable under the microscope after particles penetrated nuclear trace detector foils, the mechanism of such penetration still remains open to question. About 20 senior researchers observed these experiments. Among them were the physicists and chemists from China Institute of Atomic Energy and Somatic Sciences, specialists from the Institute of Space Medical Engineering. Interesting. Mr. Zhang, huh? Mr. Zhang Boshang possesses paranormal abilities. He can make objects penetrate walls of sealed containers. And the experiments of all of the experimental artifacts were prepared by researchers from the China Institute of Atomic Energy. Many researchers had no contact with Mr. Zhang before the experiment. Many samples, such as the superconducting nodes, the radioactive source, the Mossberg absorber, and other irradiated nuclear trace detectors, have unique characteristics that cannot be substituted. The experiment has been viewed both simultaneously from different angles, and considering all the above, the experiment was conducted under a tightly controlled conditions. The experiment confirmed that Mr. Zhang can transfer objects into a sealed envelope. His clairvoyance enables him to recognize characters in the envelope without opening it, and he could also transfer the characters he wrote on the envelope to an object inside the envelope. It was confirmed that during such transfer, the characters can also be reduced in size. However, the experiment shows that the transfer can only be done onto surface to which the ink can adhere to. Also, the visibility of the characters is diminished. Mr. Zhang has difficulties recognizing them in a sealed envelope as well. Huh. Weird. This dude's got like telekinesis and shit like that. He can like put stuff in his brain. He can like move his hand into. He can like put his hand through his hand. Damn, that shit sounds like it's telekinesis, Kyle. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know. Seems strange. Seems weird. Doesn't seem like a normal shit right there. But damn. Looks like the best worst show on the internet is now over. We do appreciate you for joining us on this excellent adventure into the craziness where I tell you all of the secrets in my life and you don't believe me because whatever. And then we also talk about the news and stuff. And I don't know why I brought up Mr. Zhang, but I feel like eventually you guys will probably be able to figure that shit out eventually. And if not, whatevs. So, yep, it's over now. Goodbye. Thanks so much for being here. Make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, and you share this with your friends. Because if you can't, well, then nobody's ever going to watch this, and I'm just going to be here sitting here by myself like a loser anyway. And as always, join us over at griftcast.com so you can hit us on our Streamlabs donations, that PayPal, that Venmo, that Cash App. We got a merch store. You can get hosted. You can get follow us on all of our social medias. Join our Discord. Shit, it's going to be great. You should check it out. It's going to be awesome. And I guess at the end of the day, that's it. And yeah, it's fine if I'm like a super soldier or whatever, but not technically a super soldier. More of like a angel in a human wrapper. Yeah. Yeah. Whatever. Buy some shit. Have a good day. Bye-bye now. Griftcast out.